Hi everyone, welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the mentor program for A Link to the Past. No major glitches, any percent, no save and quit. This is a progress race for our mentees. There are 37 mentees in the program. We have 10 mentors. 2 of those mentors are joining us today for comms, so I will hand things over to them. That is Lectancy and Sean. Good luck, runners, and have fun.
All right. Thank you, Pops. Hello, everyone. Welcome to ZSR. And we are doing our progress race today. So my co-com today is Sean, also known as no longer secretly a sliver. And we are set. So the race is 8, 7, 6, 5, and away we go. We've got Centipede, we've got Pichu, we've got Doc Earworm, and we've got Satan Spawn. Let's get going. And pretty soon.
Yeah, so it should be a pretty good race today. The race will officially end after Sword Up after they kill Blind, but the runners have the option of finishing out the run if they would like to do so. But the race room done will be after Blind. And looking around, I know there's 4 runners pretty well. They're all pretty evenly matched, so I think we're in for a good race today.
Yeah, and we've got the best part of the race, which is the opening mash. And Sean, I think you were there also for, we were all at SGL doing a big NMG race, and there was like 30 people all mashing at once. It was quite fun.
Sounded like rain on a tin
Go ahead,
roof.
sorry.
Sounded like rain on a tin roof.
Sound. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Today we are mostly going to be talking about things that our mentees can improve. So if you are not familiar with this speedrun, we're not going to go necessarily too far into the details of this speedrun. We are going to be talking to our mentees about things that they can improve. Of course, if you have questions, please feel free to post in the chat. We will happily answer those questions. But so escape is surprisingly. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, this is the escape segment. There's usually not too much to talk about here. It's all just making sure that you don't take chunks out of the corners and run into random stuff. Make sure you can mitigate some of the RNG, and yeah, it's hopefully get out of here in about 6 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I've been telling my mentees is, you've got a little bit of, guard problems for Satan and Doc. But one of the things that I've been telling my mentees about escape is that either you spend a ton of time in escape, you either spend no time in escape and just use the rest of the run to learn how to do escape, or you can actually practice escape a lot and learn a lot of the detailed things that you need to learn in order to have, in order to do the rest of the run effectively. So there are definitely options when it comes to escape.
Also take my route and be a whiny baby when you're double digits in the red and reset a lot. You'll get really good at escape because you'll play it a lot that way.
Yeah, actually, you can get really detailed with your, escape practice, and all of that detail will definitely help you in the rest of your run. So there is value in figuring out, as you said, like door nudges and pumping and all of the various things that you can learn in escape. Good movement lines, like these sorts of things. No wasted.
Yeah, and the good thing about all of that is when you put it in the context of just escape, it sounds like you're tryharding. Like the stair cancel that Pichu just did saves, I don't know, maybe 7-8 frames, but it's applicable to the rest of the run. Like everything you do in escape is also applicable to the rest of the run. So it's not it's not just that you're trying to grab as many frames as you can here, it's that you're setting a baseline of good movement for the rest of the run.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for that explanation, Sean. I feel like you did a better job than I did. I was like trying to figure out the best way to say it. So, pretty even, coming out of, the dungeon here. Pretty much just coming through. We've got the Green Guard hallway. Yeah, Blue Ciento says, not too many tricks in Escape, but there's a lot of core principles of movement. So if you do decide to practice Escape, it is valuable. But also, if you're tired of Escape, you can just practice other things and it will, flow, roll down into your Escape time. So away we go back into the dark rooms for a little bit of rat and snake adventure.
Yeah, and you see some of what the RNG can do to you. Pichu got what we call the sniper rat, and then Dr. Earworm got a rat that just stopped right in front of the door, which is kind of rude, honestly.
Yeah. So one of the things that Doc is doing that I want to make a quick comment on is that if you slash enemies, especially enemies that take 2 hits, like the rats and the snakes, you will knock them slightly out of the way, but they will still be there and they can still hit you. But if you use the boomerang instead, you can stun the enemies and rats take 1. Okay, thanks, Spaces. So you can use the boomerang to stun enemies and they won't hit you. So you can not have to worry about them if you boomerang instead of slash. So I guess that's for the snakes, and I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's it. But yeah, just something to think.
Mostly for guards and snakes. You want to use the boomerang, and then when you get to the overworld, you want to kind of use it for Octoroks as well.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of places to boomerang instead of slash so that, the enemies stay out of your way. They don't come back to hit you. All right. So looking at our racers, we've got Pichu and Satan out of Sanctuary first, and then Doc and Centipede at about the same rate. So doing pretty good here.
Yeah, so Pichu with a very solid escape time. the only runner to tuck it under that 6-minute goal mark, but did have a couple of 6 flats as well. So very, very, very nice progress by everybody.
Yes. Okay, so I do want to talk about something real quick that Satan just did, which is she boomeranged that Octorok, and there are a couple of enemies that you don't want to boomerang once you're in Eastern and Desert, because you need 10 additional rupees. And so the Octoroks and these Popos, let's see if she boomerangs the Popo. Yes, she does. Okay, so you need rupees, and there are definitely places to get them, and the Popos in Eastern are, the best. So, we had Doc Earworm go around the Popos. So for our mentees tuning in, definitely pay attention to where you're getting your 10 rupees from.
So Doc actually had his boomerang blocked by a rat drop in Escape, so he's good to just not have to worry, because if he doesn't get a drop here, he can just pick up the pot in Desert Palace and he'll be fine. So that's some good situational awareness from him.
Yeah, totally. There are 2 pots that you can grab. So if you are just in the mood to not even worry about the drops, then you can always just get the pot in Desert and the pot in Castle Tower. But it's so that's a decision that you'll want to make for yourself as to which route you want to go to get your rupees. And nice job there from Pichu dodging around that Popo. Right, so let's see. We've got our D-Boost. Oh, excellent job from Pichu. And we've got Satan and Senny and Doc all hitting it at the same time. Let's see if I can watch 3 screens at once. Okay, it looks like all 3 of them got it. Nice job, everyone.
Yeah, so I just want to point out, Centipede did this room a little differently. So the other 3 did a deboost off the Popo, but Centipede is trying to do something that's a little bit simpler and just deboost from the top of the anti-fairies to be trapped against that little stairway. It takes a little longer to get into position that way, but it is maybe a little more consistent. So if you want to be a little faster, start trying to deboost off the Popo, but the backup is a fine way to do that as well.
Yeah, something to be a little nervous about with that is you'll notice that Centipede only has 1 heart, and I didn't catch that if she got hit anywhere else. Oh, when Centipede takes a death, that's exactly what I was just warning about. So doing the double anti-fairy route takes 2 hearts as opposed to just a single heart or 1.5 hearts from the Popo deboost. So just something to pay attention to if you are still at risk of taking a lot of damage in this dungeon. Okay, so we got Pichu going 1v1 against the Armos, although I guess it's technically 1v9. And it looks like we've got 3 really solid quick kills here, so nice job to all of our mentees. And we've got Centipede rushing to catch back up. Yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I tell all of my mentees that their first job is to make sure that they are not taking excess damage. Because, you only got a couple of hearts, and if you take too much damage, suddenly you're restarting the dungeon. So that's always my top priority whenever I'm teaching my mentees.
So she did take 2 hearts in the deboost room, but that's not what got her. She got bopped by this Igor in the back, which took her down to 1, and it looks like it happened again. So maybe a room to focus your practice on a little bit.
Yeah, and also there are extra hearts down here, so that's good to pay attention to where your heart pickups are. Because, yes, we're trying to go fast, we're trying to not pick up hearts, but at the same time, we're also trying to not die. So, it looks like we had Satan going for Saha rupees and Pichu and Doc Earworm finding their own rupee routes. So we'll see how that plays out. And here we go.
Looks like Pichu got some pretty nice drops in the back of Eastern. She's at 27, which means she got a blue, a red, and a green.
Now we have almost perfect sync, at least on my end, for Doc Earworm and Pichu. All right, let's see if anybody picks up a bottle. No Light World bottles for us today.
Yeah, so all of these runners have a goal of sub 90 minutes. So they're about at the point where they want to drop those bottles for the easy time save, and that point comes for different people at different times. I know you let still get a bottle, I believe, and you're knocking on the door sub 90, so it's definitely not required.
Yeah,
to drop.
The the important thing is that, you decide what you want and need and, just like make up for that fact. So one thing that I will mention, because I've had several mentees ask me this, which is like, what's the difference between getting Saha rupees and not getting Saha rupees? Well, Saha rupees cost a little bit of extra time, so that's why you'll see, runners eventually switch away. But you will definitely, the upside to doing Saha rupees is that you get 3 extra bombs. And if you are not confident in your Ice Palace bomb jump or your hammer jump or your Skullwoods bomb jump, then the 3 extra bombs is very nice to have. So if you are deciding if you want to do Saha rupees or not, the bombs are really the advantage there. Because obviously losing 3 seconds is way better than, running out of bombs in the Ice Palace bomb jump, for example.
Okay, so we will see Centipede go and get a bottle, which is nice to just showcase off the route.
Yeah.
One thing I will
Right.
say on Centipede's side is she tried to do like a spin speed up to the library. That spin speed is kind of hard to save time on, so I would maybe check out the alternate route for that, which is a lot more consistent.
Excuse me. Yeah, one of the things to pay attention to as mentees is if you watch VODs from people who are, your mentors, for example, or if they're being restreamed, for example, like they will often be top runners. And so they are choosing strategies that are faster, but it's also like way harder to be consistent at. And so that's the thing to pay attention to is like, are you actually consistent enough at this strat in order to save that time? And that spin speed on the desert screen is one of those. So we just got a reminder from Pops about that extra pot in the in desert where the rupee is. So once Centipede gets there, we will. I know, Pops. I was in the middle of explaining something else. So once Centipede gets there, then I will. I can do it, or Sean can do it, to explain exactly where that extra rupee is.
So, so the pot that you normally pick up, which has arrows underneath, is at the 3 o'clock position in that circle. You want the one right above it at the 2 o'clock position for the rupee.
Yeah.
We'll point it out again once he gets there.
All right, so we got some dueling landmos here. Let's see how we go. Landmo is often the final boss on your journey to sub 90, and it might even be the final boss on your journey to sub up to even lower than that. So let's see how our mentees do here.
Really good job by Pichu here of kind of like cutting the room in half. She's not taking those long shots that really take a bunch of time to disappear. Yeah, like you saw Satan spawn kind of shoot from left to right there, and then wasn't able to shoot when the next Lambo was in position. So you definitely want to split that room up into quadrants and try not to stray too far away. Like try to keep your arrow shots as short as possible.
Yeah. All right, so we are coming up on the room that we were talking about. So this is the room. So in that, okay, you just saw a Centipede, pick it up. That is the pot that has the extra rupee in it. So we are on our way to the fake flipper glitch. It's not a major glitch, which is why it's allowed in this category. It's very fun. Let's see who can pull it off first try. And Pichu gets it first try. And she successfully avoids the soft lock.
Yeah, so this fake flipper glitch has a chance to soft lock if you take damage on the screen that Doc's on right now, and then you're soft locked. You can't complete your run. The rules for this race allow you to save and quit out of that state before you hard lock your game. So, but for a regular leaderboard submission that you're doing by yourself, you would not be allowed to do that because you can't save and quit for any reason in this category.
Yeah, as Pops just said, showing up to Kiki without enough money really sucks, and most people only do it once and then they never do it again. So, because it's a big enough mistake that you will
not
remember.
Most people.
Aren't you doing RMG?
No,
There's a different route there.
you don't pay the monkey in RMG. But yeah, I've definitely blown some gold light worlds by not having enough rupees to pay the monkey.
All right, so we've got another Landmo for Centipede over here. Looks like it's cleaning up pretty nicely.
Yeah, so Senti was getting some good hits by riskily shooting left to right there. She was getting some good damage off there, but by and large, you don't want to try to do those. But like, she noticed that she was in the right spot to be able to get, I think it was 4 hits in. So that was a really good use, and that just shows like the rules for Landmo are not hard and set in stone. So it's you just have to spend a lot of time in the room to know when you can break them.
Yeah, and any number of rules, the most important thing is, are you getting hits? And if you're getting hits and you know how to get those hits consistently, then you're fine. All right, so we've got some coffee break action happening here. Looks like nobody... Well, maybe Satan has an extra bomb. Maybe she'll do the bomb strat, but it doesn't look like it. So... I see Satan doing what is... Okay, so she... let's point out here that Doc Earworm is doing the poke dash strat, and Satan Spawn is not. And Satan, you can actually get away... the poke dash strat here is really safe and consistent, and it teaches you about poke dashes. So that might be something that you want to pay attention to later. Right, so here we go to climb the tower, and this beetle strat is always really fun. Let's see which strategies we go for.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep it simple in the tile room, you're not going to lose time by not doing poke dashes. But I like to take that time to practice them a little bit because you don't have anything else to do in that room.
Yeah.
Pichu
right, collecting the safety switch.
Beetles are taking some names today. Okay, that's something I've never seen before from Satan Spawn, but it seems to have worked. And so most people just do a regular slash to accomplish the same thing that Satan just did with a spin. But yeah, she seems to have practiced that enough that she got it to work.
Awesome. Yes, so you can see here, Satan getting bullied by the stupid mold worms. Now, you'll notice that Pichu grabbed the safety switch, and that is just like the tiniest of time losses from hitting that switch on the way up, and Pichu now has plenty of health for...
Oh no!
Oh no! So yeah, if you are watching this back, and we've got dueling falls.
Well, one's a middle hole and one's a side, so Doc's gonna recover a bit faster.
Yeah, and let's hope that Satan can pull this through. Oh, so close.
We should have like a charity incentive or something where we count up everybody's Moldorm falls and donate to a charity. All right, Satan Spawn is the first one to knock down what I call the cheeseburger worm.
Yes. He really does look like a cheeseburger in the Link Between Worlds. Yeah, he's got lettuce and everything. So Satan is our first one through, and nice job there. Not needing the extra hearts that the safety switch gets you, but as I said, it's always a good idea to know where your safeties are. So. See if anybody's going to pick up the safety arrows here.
It's probably a good idea, but it looks like Satan passed them up.
Yeah, Satan and Doc passed them up, and Pichu grabbed them.
Pichu got them. Yeah, so we're gonna see Satan, who already has Saha rupees, do a little bit of a different route here than Pichu and Doc, who have to spend time pulling some trees. So the way this works is if you kill 4 things and take damage, the tree pool will drop blue rupees, and then after that they have to kill 4 things without taking any damage, so that the next tree pool will drop red rupees, and then that will give them enough to enter Palace of Darkness. And that's kind of what makes this segment a little sweaty sometimes, is that you are not allowed to take damage at all.
Yeah, and we just saw Doc Earworm do the the risk that you take when you do Saha rupees is, for example, what just happened to Doc, which is he did take a little bit of damage. So he's got to do a backup. He says in chat that he's going to do the Saha backup. That's totally an option. There is a way to get rupees again in those trees. For any mentees watching this, if you do decide to do tree rupees, there is another backup, and it doesn't look like we're going to see anybody on stream do that particular backup, but for most of our mentees, the Saha rupees is going to be the way to go, because you can't mess that up, and you also have the 3 extra bombs.
I just want to shout out to Senti, who is our only runner who did not fall to Moldorm.
Yay, go Senti. Oh, and according to her splits, that was a gold Hera. So nice. Congrats to Senti on that. Looks like Doc is having a bit of trouble getting through that particular screen. Doc, you might want to look at the route from Master Sword to the castle. There's a slightly different way of doing that most top runners use.
Yeah, you only ever see that breezeway screen once, but it's really easy to get lost because there's a lot of very thin paths and there's a lot of terrain everywhere. So definitely check the path through that out.
Yeah. All right, let's see if everybody gets the prize pack guards. In case yep. Let's see how this goes. Okay. All right. So for those of you who are watching, the prize pack guards, okay, so you see actually Doc just got the fairy there. So those guards share the same prize pack as the Pokies in Turtle Rock. And if you set them up properly, the Pokies will always give you a fairy, which is very important in Turtle Rock. So unfortunately, Doc and Pichu did not set up the prize pack guards properly. And if they continue on into Turtle Rock today, they will probably be, they will not have that fairy to, protect them against the chain chomps and the Pokies and all of the other things that do a lot of hearts and of damage in that.
Yeah. So Doc dropped the fairy, which completely kills any hope that you're going to get a fairy in Turtle Rock. I guess it's still possible, but you have to cycle the prize pack all the way. Pichu's only dropped a heart, So it's possible that she gets lucky and the mini Helmosaur on the hammer jump screen doesn't drop anything, and she could still get that fairy in Turtle Rock. But yes, as pointed out in chat, if you dash through an enemy, they will 100% guaranteed not drop an item.
Yeah. Looks like Satan had a little bit of trouble in the what's known as the Circle of Pots room. So Satan, feel free to reach out and ask for some help if you need the help. If that was just a mistake, then that seems like a good place to get some consistency in.
Just one quick thing I want to point out, because I saw Satan do it and now I saw Doc do it too. If you end up running up the auto stairs with your sword out, you need to kick up dust there to cancel stair lag.
Okay.
If you don't have your sword out there, then it doesn't matter. But if you have your sword out while you're on the auto stairs, just kick up dust when you're at the top to cancel the stair lag. Well, good job, Senti. So Senti did the correct setup to do the prize pack guards and manipulate it.
All right, so we've got Mr. Blue Balls himself. Very nice, super fun race, or a super fun fight. You know, just like the best fight in the whole game. Everybody loves this fight. And let's see if who can get, you know, good RNG here.
I haven't been super paying attention to Satan's. Oh no, she just mapped. I haven't super been paying attention, but I'm pretty sure that's fewer than 3 blue balls, at least for Satan, because I don't think she got the extra lightning cycle.
Yeah, but we'll see who makes it through. It's often said that like whatever your time is in the light world, it kind of doesn't matter because the blue balls could absorb it. So it's just part of this game. And here we are into the dark world. And it looks like Pichu is ahead on her splits. So we definitely can see some some PB potential here. So Satan, on that pyramid screen, you definitely want to pay attention to getting that spin speed. It's very helpful. So I don't know if you just made a mistake or if you don't. Yeah.
Worth retrying it also.
Yeah. So definitely pay attention to that. As Sean said, it's worth retrying. As much as you can. Definitely, go for consistency there. Oh, and Pichu takes a hit. That's a rough screen to take a hit on because all of those enemies do a lot of hits, do a lot of health and damage. So
yeah, and in particular that one did 3 hearts of damage. So that means that's gonna mess up Pichu's entire dungeon because unless she gets a heart drop from an enemy, she's gonna have to take another heart of damage to do the hammer jump, which puts her -4, and there's only 3 hearts under the pots on the way to Helma, which means she's not going to have sword beams for the basement.
Yeah.
So that's a really bad damage to take there.
And I do want to give a shout out to Centipede, who got yet another gold in Castle Tower. So nice job, Centipede.
When you die in Eastern and try to recover it, you obviously gold the rest of the run.
Yes, obviously. And I do now that we've seen what colors Pichu's splits are, she actually got a gold in Escape. So congratulations, Pichu, on that gold.
Yeah, other than the middle hole, Pichu has been playing very solidly, and even despite the middle hole against her PB splits, she's still gained time. So
Yeah.
definitely a lot of time save for her, and there's a lot of damage there. She might want to set up a death warp here, actually, or maybe after the big key.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. You know, the death warp is not the worst if you're doing a place where you would be mirroring anyways. So
Yeah, so a death warp costs 14 to 15 seconds, but if you're mirroring anyway, it absorbs the 4 or 5 seconds of that you would be mirroring. So, but yeah, Pichu's gonna be like, she still has to take damage to do the hammer jump, so it's she
And
does have a fairy drop in reserve as well. So if that drops, she's probably gonna have to go for it.
yeah, and I want to do a huge shout out to Satan, who just pulled off a flawless 2-bomb hammer jump with only a single pause. And that is, you know, the most of the time the best that people can hope for, you know. So very nice, very nice work.
I think Pichu needed to collect that fairy with the boomerang. I think that's gonna mess up the bomb jump. Oh,
no,
no, it doesn't. All right, good to know. So normally when you collect an item in the air, you have to. Oh, that's not the slot 0 enemy. Never mind. Doc's bomb is a little far to the right. I'm not sure if this is on a pixel that actually works. If the bomb shadow is touching the pit there, that introduces a bunch of dead pixels. Okay, we got it. But
we got it.
But yeah, that's a really risky bomb placement. So try to place your bomb a little further to the left.
And Pichu is back to full health, so she will be able to use beams in this next segment, which is very nice. And Satan just absolutely, putting in a masterclass on those turtles. One of the big pain points in this segment. So nice job there. And here we are into Helma. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, ever since the mold arm fall, Satan's had just one little hiccup in the circle of pots, but she's kind of just found the groove in this game.
Yeah. That was just a super scary fireballs, and she just fucking matrixed her way through those fireballs right there.
She actually did the exact thing you're supposed to do there. Just stand in that exact spot, because the left fireball gets despawned. So if you're standing in that exact spot, it doesn't matter which one goes first. You will dodge the first one, and then you'll be able to reposition if the bottom one went first. Luckily, the top one went first, so she didn't have to move at all.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got Helma fights on the Pichu side. Looks like she got the spin speed. And here we go. Doc again, just schooling that turtle room. Oh, Pichu.
Yeah, so you saw Pichu pause there a little bit. That is because she was waiting for Helma to do his next attack. And she was making sure it wasn't a fireball attack. If it was a fireball attack, you need to wait until the fireball spawns and then explode the helmet, and then that'll delete all the sprites on the screen, including the fireballs.
But, Pichu gets through the first, the first real roadblock in the Dark World, which is Helma, and Doc does a flawless Helma as well. So just absolute, taking pod to school here. And it's very nice to see from our mentees.
So yeah, Centipede shot the switch, but then missed the jump tile. So it is possible to miss that jump tile and just fall down the hole. And unfortunately, that's oh, and now she's gonna miss the sword beams too in the basement.
Yeah. So Senny doing her best to get through, this backside of Pod. And, now we're just gonna go pick up some flute. I think Satan does powder shopping here, so we're gonna see some divergence in the routes if Doc and Pichu do not. Pichu definitely paying attention, was just about to get blapped by that murder-dactyl and successfully avoided it. So, all right, so Vortex says that she dropped it. Okay, so we'll see what happens here once we get there. Senny doing her best in the turtle room, not getting it quite as perfect as everybody else, but that's, the important part is that you get through the room, and she has gotten it.
Yeah, so this split from the end of Pod to the beginning of these is a very extremely technical split, and you have to be really good at dashing and canceling at the optimal times and finding quick warps, and it's very difficult to get top times on this split. Definitely one of the most skill intensive parts of the run.
Okay, Senny's doing her. She looks like she wasn't able to get the spin speed. Oh, and shows off exactly why, Helma is the first major roadblock. Fortunately, she has a fairy. Pichu having to do a backup strat for that fast guard screen. We call it the Usain Bolt guard. So nice backup there. But we'll see if Doc can get the yep, he's got it. The spin speed there, and we've got Satan heading into Thieves, and both Doc and Pichu getting their flutes activated. Oh, okay, hammer on that guard. So just in case anybody needs to know, if you're down some health here, because there's a lot, it's very easy to take a lot of hits in this split. It's known as the apple tree. Doc, the screen that Doc is on right now, if that tree that's in the middle, if you bonk into it, you'll get like 4 apples, and each of those apples will refill 1 heart. So that is a great place to take a backup if you need some health.
It does come with a caveat, though. It introduces about 2 seconds of lag because those apples are very big sprites, and introducing 4 big sprites onto a screen that already has 3 moving guards and an elf on it is going to slow you down a lot. So, when you're in your run, you have to weigh that cost against the benefit of how likely are you to die in Thieves Town.
Yeah. Obviously, if you only need a single health refill, it's probably not worth it. But if you've taken like 3 or 4 hits, then it probably will be worth it. There is also backup fairies to the south of Grove. If anybody wants an explanation of that, I recently just created a little guide for that. So just ping me in the Discord and I will show you where you could find those fairy drops. I think it's a 50-50 fairy. So it's not guaranteed to get it, but if you're not in the mood for laggy apples, then it's your second best shot. Okay, so we're just going through Pod, not seeing any major mistakes here. So one of the things to pay attention to, so Pichu just did Hellway and did not get the God Pixel. I didn't see Anybody else? If anybody else got the God Pixel, but okay, here we go. Doc didn't get it, but basically, okay, so Doc just did what I was about to explain, so that's really good. If you miss the God Pixel, just do your best in that room, right? Like, there's ways that you could potentially do that room to minimize damage, but I would say that what Doc just did is fine. He took one hit. It wasn't the fastest, but that is a very... Oh, Doc just didn't get... Yeah, definitely pay attention. You got to make sure not to dash out of the room before the bomb explodes. So yeah, in the Hellway, just making sure that you have a backup for when you miss the God Pixel, because you will.
Yeah, so Pichu actually got the opening jingle eaten because she wasn't sure that she got the floor blown open either. She had to go back and check.
Ooh, yeah. It's
so
definitely
sometimes your jingle will get eaten there, and like being really, really familiar with that room is paramount. Like it'll save you those 2 screen transitions if you know for a fact that this timing was correct.
Yeah. And GG to Satan, first person on our restream to kill blind, and Pichu, Doc Earworm right behind her, and Senny is doing what we were talking about earlier, getting the powder, so that's good for her. Taking a little bit of health there. And according to our race room, Satan is actually in first. So congratulations to Satan for finishing first in our progress race today. And a little bit scary for Satan. They're just at the end, having only 1 heart left to finish blind off with, but she got it in the end. And Pichu also doing a really good job on blind. And
yeah, a couple of hurdles there. She got hit by a fireball on phase 2 and ended up spinning on the second hit of phase 3. So definitely put in a little bit of practice there, but it looks like you've got a good skeleton for what to do. And of course, Doc, wow, that was flawless.
Yeah. So we now have a Pichu in third place, and I think, as far as I know, it's not done on blind kill, right? So
it's after the cutscene. It's sort up after the cutscene.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Pichu finished in third place, and once Dr. Earworm's sword is up, he will finish, and with the small delay between real life and Twitch, we already know he is our 4th place finisher today.
Yes. And it looks like Satan is continuing on, and it looks like Pichu is continuing on, so nice job. Nice job there. Yeah, thanks, Pops. For some reason, I thought that it was on blind kill. I have no idea why. So, Doc is done, and so yeah. So Doc says, going back to Saha rupees, anybody who's watching, highly recommend that you just stick with Saha rupees. The amount of time that you save going to tree pulls is so small that you really only should think about tree rupees when you're really hard up to find other places to save 3 seconds. Or Chex even says 4 seconds. So yeah, any mentees watching, definitely not the first thing that I would recommend anybody in this program look for, unless they are, on the hunt for those last final seconds to like sub 90, for example.
Yeah, plenty of people have gotten sub 90s with Saha rupees. It's definitely not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, and like Check said in chat, it's about 4 seconds if you're hitting it optimally. But if you have to do any sort of backup strat, then you're just losing time already.
Yeah. Okay, we are continuing on with our people continuing to complete this race. And Doc says no interview. So we'll see if Centipede wants to come in for an interview. But seeing how Pichu and Satan are continuing on, they probably will not be coming in for an interview. Oh, that stupid screen. All right. And we have a flawless blind from Senny. Nice job.
Yeah, but stand in the boss explosion. What are you doing? Don't let that heart container fall. Always stand in the boss explosions. You can't add more lag to the screen.
I think that we are almost done with this restream now that all four runners have completed. So if anybody has questions in chat, if anybody who is a mentee wants to hop in to the waiting room. Oh, and Satan takes a death. That's unfortunate. If any mentees want to hop in and have some questions, we'd be happy to hear them.
I heard somebody join. Let me see who
Yep.
that was. We have Centipede. Hello. GG.
Thanks.
GG.
The nerves got me in the beginning. I feel bad about that Eastern, but I think the rest went well. I almost thought I had a second to catch up there with Agate Tower, but 6 blue balls. I was like, let me just finish it out.
Yeah, and you tripped up a little bit on the pod split, which caused you to be a heart down for Helma, which kind of seemed to snowball a bit as well. Luckily, you still had that fairy, so it didn't end your run. But yeah, definitely a thing to practice.
Absolutely. I think I tank a lot of hits, and I think that's my biggest problem. So definitely something to work on.
Yeah.
Cleaner movement.
Yeah. Generally, anytime one of my mentees wants to work on that, I just say, watch back your VODs. Anytime you see yourself taking an excess hit, just load up that room and just get used to what that room is like, just figure it out. And because that's going to be the best thing for people around your skill level, Senny, is just not taking those excess hits.
Yes.
Nice job there. And I think we have Satan on the horn on the line.
Yo, what's up, guys?
GG, Satan.
Thank you.
Yeah, GG on first place. You were aside from that Moldorm fall, that was solid. That was a solid run.
Wait, I fell in Moldorm?
Thought you did.
So, first of all, GG, Centipede, and runners and everybody. Let's see. It was in Petting Zoo. I went in with really full health, or maybe I was down 1 heart max. So I was like, cool. But then I ran into the mini Moldorm. I ran into that mini Moldorm in Petting Zoo 3 times. And I was like, oh crap, now I have to do a 2 heart Moldorm. So I really, really took my time with that fight. It was definitely a scared fight, but yeah, we didn't. But yeah, I didn't fall in there, so I just took a really long time just trying not to fall. So yeah, that split was kind of crappy, but yeah, I appreciate the GGs. That was I'm glad we kept it on the rails enough, and at least my goal was just to not die, and we didn't die. So yeah, I don't hate
Yeah,
it.
awesome. Congratulations. And
Thanks.
yeah, we definitely had some good notes for the two of you, Senny and Satan. So feel free to watch this VOD back in case there's anything that you might be able to, pick up. And
Definitely.
congratulations to Senny for your Hera and Castle Tower golds. That was those are really solid times. So nice job there. Yeah, and again, I am a firm believer that for most of the people watching this restream, most of our mentees, rule number one is to stop taking hits, because as we saw in this race, taking excess hits, will cost you more than the 3 seconds that you might potentially lose doing a backup strat in a room, right? So that's the important part, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how everybody progresses. Does anybody else have something they want to talk about?
I guess just shout outs to Popsicle for setting all this up and doing such a great job being our leader. Shout outs to all the mentors too, especially mine, PH, you rock. But everybody's been really helpful. I think all the mentees are doing a great job learning. The community has just been, that's honestly been my favorite part of this whole program, just bringing the community together, learning together. It's just been a lot of fun. So thank you guys.
Thanks for being here. That was a good one to watch. Good job, Comms, Lek and Sean. Appreciate you guys. Congrats to our runners. We do have one runner still going who's participating in this race, so we're gonna send him a raid real quick before he goes offline, and that is Wasteland Outlaw. So thanks for joining, and then I will be announcing tomorrow's lecture soon, and that's tomorrow 2 p.m. Eastern by PH, and we'll be picking up where Coin left off from last time, and it is Bomb Jump week, so good luck, Ice Palace Bomb Jump. Don't be afraid of it. Try your best. Ask your mentors for help. Good luck, everyone. Have a great rest of your Saturday.
Thank you, Pops. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.